Good afternoon, Papua New Guineans. The NGO activists are once again sitting here to address the most unaddressed and crucial issues of this country. I am purposely trying to talk and will speak about the proposed bill to recognize the rights of workers presented to the Parliament, which was passed on voice. Again, the proposed bill to recognize rights of workers. The current government have actually passed that bill on voice with the title or heading, Recognizing the Rights of Workers. The workers' rights, which was supposed to be recognized, was actually made the opposite way around. Every workers in the country thought that their rights will be protected. They will be given rights to their job. But once when it enters the floor of the Parliament, it was opposite. Their rights were suppressed. They can't stand up for their own rights to talk about the issues regarding the environment or the working area that they actually are in with. The state-owned enterprises, the SOEs associations are part of the Trade Union Congress, especially the union bodies. The union bodies of these SOEs are now being made toothless. So that includes the full Trade Union Congress as well. The association body of the SOE are like New Guinea Union, the Maritime Union, you talk about PNG Energy Union, the Water Board Union, Banking Union, plus other unions within the SOE. Normally, previously, they used to come out and address the issues of the workers. The union used to speak out about the rights. There used to be protests and strikes and all these things. But now they can't because of the law that was, the bill that was been passed. They can come out and talk about the rights of the workers or the issues affecting the country. The bill is saying that the unions, you can protest, but the services must still keep on flowing. The unions, you can protest, but you can't shut down. You can't shut down the flow of the services. Like New Guinea, workers, you can protest, but you can't. You will still just leave the New Guinea to move around freely and provide the services that they used to. Water board too. You can't stop the water. The water services will still have to continue. So if you want to come out and talk about the issues of this state-owned enterprise regarding the environment where you actually trying to speak about, you will be suppressed and then they will hold your neck and throw it into the rubbish bin. So that means you will be terminated from the job. So the SOEs, the state-owned enterprises workers, you can't expressly come out and address the issue that you used to address previously. The government is now blocking all the state-owned enterprises unions to not to come out to address the issues. So I am now asking this government to go back and repeal this bill that is now passed on voice. Because you are now depriving all the rights of the union bodies, the workers, and at the same time you are dictating the affairs of the unions. We are not in a dictatorial world. So you have no right to come down to dictate. Go back and repeal this law. Go back, you repeal this law. Previously, our great leaders have brought this country out from wisdom. They have written the constitution and the laws of this country with wisdom, with no big knowledge like you and I are having it. But today's educated elites is trying to destroy this country. So you have to go back and repeal this law now. Just let the unions to come back and perform the duties that they normally used to perform previously. If they can't come out if the government can't go back in and repeal, we will ask this Marape government to resign forthwith. He has to, because he has been playing around with the lives of the entire 70 million people of this nation. From the IDG to BDC funds to the SOEs, even to the baskets of the finance and treasuries, taking all the monies, giving it to the families and cronies. He has been dictating the affairs of this country, playing around with the public purse of this nation. He is not above the law. We demand him to come down and tender his resignation forthwith.
Good afternoon, Papua New Guinea. Wherever you are this afternoon, it is my pleasure to once again air the view of our anti-corruption activists in Papua New Guinea, representing the silent majority. Now, before I continue, I just want to take us back to 2019, May 2019, when our Honorable Prime Minister James Marape was elected as Prime Minister of the country. Now, when he got elected as the Prime Minister, we thought, how did this Tari guy become elected as the Prime Minister, because he can look after his own little Tari Pori electorate. But we thought it is in the wisdom of the members, so we just left it. And when our doubts was laid to rest, because when he came out in his inaugural speech, he said, I'm going to make Papua New Guinea become the first rich Christian black nation in the world. So I thought to myself, and I think many Papua New Guinea, we thought he will have a redeemer. So we were all overjoyed, we were over the moon. That was in 2019. Here we are in 2024. 5 years down the line, there's no sign of that. All we see is this Prime Minister giving millions after millions to his family connection in contracts without going through proper tender board meeting. So you see, he ran the country down. He never fulfilled his promise that he will make our country become the first rich Christian black nation in the world. But instead of doing this, he got all our money, gave it to his family connections. Our members there still supporting Marape, where is your common sense? I have 2 messages for the members who are supporting Marape. Please come out. You are used as a number game for his own convenience. Secondly, the Prime Minister, I'm asking the Prime Minister to resign because he did not fulfill his promise to make us become the first rich Christian black nation. Marape, you must resign in disgrace. You never apologized for what you said, so I think it's about time you better resign in disgrace. Thank you.
Good afternoon, colleagues. Thank you, Loimi Bumose. Good afternoon to the people of Papua New Guinea. Today, now, this time, boom. Me looking one plus something we straight where leader Loyumi Usedi been staff as Prime Minister Loyumi been welcoming on Pope. Now me but to talk Pope. The arrival of Pope was not honored by our Prime Minister. Dishonored. Dishonored meaning in the sense that Catholic churches, the 2,000 years oldest church in history, the father of Catholic Church, the Christianity, Pope John Paul, who came and set foot on the soil of Papua New Guinea from Vatican, had never been respected by our dear Prime Minister. On that note, which I am a Sunday worshiper, in which I have witnessed that this was seen as domestic disrespect and national disrespect. So as a national leader and respected leader of us, he did not convey his respect on behalf of the country to the Pope. Therefore, I am now asking the Honorable Prime Minister of this land, Papua New Guinea, Honorable James Marape, to resign as per our first call. We already made a call. This is the second call. He does disrespect our country's constitution, our people's respect, our dignity, religions, everything. He had no concern for this country. For that matter, on behalf of 7 million plus people of this country, I call on the Prime Minister to give an international apology to the international community leader, the World Church leader,
The Catholic Church of
the Catholic Church of the world and the country, representing Papua New Guinea, 7 million people. Give a special respect and apology to them. I hope this call must be taken by all Papua New Guineans. And I, as a national activist, with respect to my colleague sitting around here, with respect to all the Catholic churches, the Pope John Paul came from a very well-established church in Vatican. Vatican is a country. Vatican sent him to come here to see, overlook some of the institutional services that he had provided in history. Through Catholic churches, they have developed this nation very meaningfully. I am well aware of this. Papua New Guineans are aware of this. Our kids, they got big education through this, and they are now pilots, doctors, lawyers. We have to show this respect. The Prime Minister had at that time had to pay some kind of high-level respect to the Pope, like what he had done to the Indian Prime Minister Modi. So at that time, I have closely watched on the TV that he nearly kissed his foot. And he had never done that to our dearest Pope. I'm a Christian Sunday worshipper. I felt bad about this. Therefore, I am now calling on the Prime Minister, our dear Prime Minister, to give apology to him and then say an apology to him internationally and to the people of Papua New Guinea, who are 7 million plus people of this country, at the Catholic churches. Thank you, Papua New Guinea. Thank you, my colleagues. Thank you for this video abuse.
Right now, Mila talk long Mati Mouse long online lo Ella na Southern Islands. You Papa Blong LNG. Over the Papa ground, there was a talk promise or big la boom come up lo Kokopo regarding the UBSA and LBSA agreement in 2009. This UBSA and LBSA agreement was not being honored. O'Neill's time na kami na time lo Marape. Now all the landowners are now sitting, worrying regarding this agreement. Plenty wait nothing gonna all die too. Or beginning of Liglig now all big plan. 2009 to 19, 10 years. Now come to 2024. Some are already 14, 15 years old. Now when the time by Marape government, Papa Blong, all oil na gas, beginning hela yet, start inside long. CEO of the country, or some Prime Minister, yet can come down honoring this law the commitment na Rausi Mogoda na give him all. Instead, all hela diploma survey. All the all Southern Islands diploma survey. This la money blue you play 350 million kina em Rausi na put it with your family account. Divert him go come. Now and playing this la money through the vote of no confidence la try long only Mogoda member in ransom now. Money blue you yeah. So people are also asking you too, you hela man, you Tari man, you step inside, you no benefit na kay get this la 350 million. You too, you wait money, please na beginning you come a Prime Minister, I'm not thinking you. Me play inviting you, you joining this la protest la me too. No, Tuesday 10th of September. Joining me in this la protest. You know, you go work, you want something, just stop the soul, stop work. You two help me lo demand him Prime Minister lo resign too. Now Mipla demand him Prime Minister lo resign because you come a Prime Minister, you begin hella yet now you can't fix hella yourself. You are a problem Prime Minister yourself. We demand your resignation. Forthwith.
Good afternoon, Papua New Guinea. Good afternoon, listeners who are out there. This is a rundown of what the NGOs, PNG NGOs, anti-corruption movement and civil society coalition partners who had actually started media awareness as well as public awareness regarding telling the Prime Minister, Honorable James Marape, to resign. And we gave 24 hours notice, ultimatum, and we didn't get any response. And the people are asking to, the public wants to know if that 24-hour ultimatum didn't work out or Prime Minister didn't step down. So what are you doing? And what is the next course of action? And now we came out publicly again telling the nation that on the Monday of September, a Tuesday, on the 10th, the date will be 10th. On the Tuesday, there will be a peaceful sit-in protest. That means we are calling all the nations, all the people, the public, the unions, the students, the churches, NGOs. We are calling a mass nationwide peaceful sit-in protest on the Tuesday of 10th September. We want Marape to step down. He must step down because of many reasons, and most of the issues are public information, which is already been known and seen by both by Papua New Guinea international community. Medias have been blotted out regarding, public misuse of fund, mismanagement, highest nepotism, and all that. So we don't want to mention most of the issues, but because of gross abuse of public office, misuse of funds, nepotism, high inflation, causing high prices of goods and services, and the little people down in the streets having the pain of such a reckless government that we now see under Marape Rosso government. And a good thing and honorable thing to do is for Marape to step down. And that is the Plan B action, which we want to tell the nation that on the Tuesday, 10th of September, please, Papua New Guineans, if you want to really see some changes, if you want to really see some changes in the way our government has been run, our leadership in this country has been run, we want the nation to stand still on the Tuesday. And we demand Marape to step down.
Good labinon through Papua New Guinea. This labinon me make most from voiceless and marginalized people of Papua New Guinea, the indigenous people, the very people that who cannot rise up and speak for themselves, our children and our grandchildren. No make most from Yipla no this labinon me an angel activist of Papua New Guinea, the anti-corruption parties with the coalition partners. We have been rice finished on Monday last week. Now given demand, the Prime Minister, Honorable James Marape, will resign. Just like demand and is still set. Now 24 hours of demand that me give him long again. And me no respond. No this labinon me like talk out can no this la country. Now ask him, Honorable James Marape, please, you calm down, now you step down, and resign. He got plan, he resign, no me but demand him you no resign. As it is now, me like talking this la country also. Tuesday or next week, throughout across the country, by he got sitting protest. All man marry blood is the country by taking ownership. By sit down the house land law, Now ask him, Honorable James Marape to resign. By not at school on Tuesday, all over across the country. By not at work, public sectors and the private sectors throughout the country by not at work on Tuesday. You believe na you tinos and you block Papua New Guinea. Now you block this la country, now you by start, now you by die, now by planning you know this la country. Please, you may all gonna take him ownership. Lo good blah blah beginning blah you me, all bubu blah you mean, a grand bubu blah you mean. You may stand up na the money Marape or resign. That way when me run him country, Emi running was a one plataka box. The family business. Emi you see the prime minister was a one private something. Or same so this afternoon, me ask him to resign. At the same time, he got all responsible line all by talk. Me as a 7-day Adventist church, as a lay evangelistic preacher. Me like challenge him, Honorable Prime Minister John. You've been come down to Niblu now. Keys long, President long Indonesia. India. Why not? You respect him Pope. Now go visit him long time and touchdown the Papua New Guinea. You as a state leader of this country. Papua New Guinea now plenty money gets away. And throw no Catholic Church. Regionalism blow churches blow you me. And me no important. And Sunday blow you me one man long. Talk na committed one that God. But who become? You know had government before. You know had one the church leader before. Or Catholic or Pespola life. Come in, no Papua New Guinea, plenty of law the definition. You must respect him all. But you know, make him. I believe that my colleagues here will talk about it. And me brief him that's all. The 7 million people long Catholic church inside of Papua New Guinea. But you come out now. Talk apology or no God. Or 7 million people long Catholic church only demanding you. On their behalf, me to ask him to resign. Thank you.